songs for you. Sing them all night long to you. Even break the love for you.
Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. So today y'all, I'm sitting in my car again because I was gonna sit outside, but my allergies ain't been playing, so I'm gonna just sit in this good old car while I'm out and about. And so yeah, I just wanted to come to y'all with a story time. You know, we all locked in the houses and quarantining and self-isolating because of the COVID-19. So I'm just gonna talk to y'all. Some of y'all may know this, some of you had no clue. But I joined the Air Force last year. Clearly I'm not there now, but I just want to talk to you guys. And then I have another video later on telling you guys about my MEPS process. But I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, why I decided to join and why I'm not there now. And so back in February of 2019, I had started feeling really, really miserable at one of my old jobs. I won't say the name. I was in Maryland at the time. And so the co-manager I had, we got along great. You know, I was a living manager, so like I lived in the building with my clients, and you know, it had started getting overwhelming. But the one person that I worked with, y'all, who we were great as a team, you know, we was gonna power through together, she left. And so it was me by myself with all those clients on my nights and days and weekends, and it was just a lot. And so yeah, I cried for like 2 days. I cried. And then I was like, you know what? I've always loved the Air Force. Like, it's just something about the Air Force. I took my ASVAB and everything in high school. It was just always something about the Air Force, and I knew I loved it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not happy with what my life is right now. I'm going to the Air Force. And so, y'all, I did. I called the recruiter. I had my aunt talk to the recruiter for me. So many things, and you know, I got it. Like, I was like, I'm going to do this. And everything was going smoothly, y'all. I met with the recruiter, got my paperwork. You know, I got sent to MEPS in March. And I met one of my closest guy friends there. He kept me grounded in my word and stuff while I was in Maryland, y'all. God send people when you need them. And also met one of my best girlfriends. So yeah, that was a whole, like, I didn't go to the Air Force, but in that time of who God put in my life at that time that I needed was right on time. But I also didn't swear in that day. Something had happened, but I had to go to the doctor and get all this different paperwork to get a waiver. It was nothing extreme, so it was easy, but it took a long time for the process to actually go through. And so here comes June, and you know, I actually swear in. Like, no one really knows I'm going through this process, but a select few people. So it's June. I swear in, and excuse me, 2 days later after swearing in, y'all, I fractured my freaking ankle. I was running, training, trying to get in shape, and fractured my ankle, and didn't know. I was walking on my ankle for like a week and a half, and then it just like swole up. And so I was in a boot for like 2 weeks, and then I went to this prayer night. I was supernaturally healed, y'all. I can't explain it. It was all God. Another story for another day. Because I was also prophesied to that night, but that's another story for another day, and I'll let you guys know in on that as well. Another story time. And so in those moments where, you know, the process kept getting delayed, I thought it was going so smoothly, and I thought God was just saying, "Oh, now's not the time. Just wait a little longer." As I prayed more, and you know, did more, like digging into my word and talking to more people and trying to break down why things were happening the way that they were, it just wasn't meant for me to go to the Air Force. So here comes August, you know, I'm like scared. Like, I had the best recruiter. I mean, down to earth, cool recruiter. And he had did so much, went through so many loops to get me to where I needed to be so that I could be a great airman, y'all. And so it broke my heart to have to tell him that, hey, like, I'm not going to the Air Force. You know, he wanted to know why. And it was a spiritual thing. So, like, how do I break down? Some people don't believe, some people don't understand. So he probably would just feel like I was making up excuses. So I ended up Telling him I was moving back home. And as great as my recruiter was to me and how nice he was, it's like as soon as I said I couldn't go to the Air Force, it was like something switched. Like, I know they have to meet the certain thing, but it was basically like I was gonna be stuck at home doing nothing with my life, and yo, that's not the case. But whatever. And, you know, I was a little upset and hurt by it, but I was like, you know what? That's his job. Like, he's a recruiter. He's not my friend. He was cool, but at that point, I was just like, yeah, you know, it was just a whole little scheme, scam, whatever to get me good to go to the Air Force. And so I didn't end up going, y'all. I'm kind of glad I didn't. Like, my ship date was in like November, so it would have been, I would have been gone. You would have been an airman, but that was like one of the best and worst times of my life. Like, I learned so much about myself from March to August. Like, in just those few months, the people I met, you know, the things that I experienced were crazy. So I'll do more story times on the breaking down of like that prayer night, what went down in that night, and I also give you guys another story time that happened with me at MEPS. And in all this time frame, I'm happy to say where I am in life today. April 3rd, 2020. I just accepted a new position in my major as a recreational therapist for the state of Virginia. I am still making moves, y'all. Like, it's so much to come. Like, I can't even explain it, but I'm so glad that I listened to God and not myself and trying to go. Like, I wanted to go to the Air Force, but that wasn't the calling on my life. So I'm so happy that I listened and, you know, that I was able to be in tune with the word, in tune with God's voice, but also meet those people who I met. Like, so I'm still so close with people, even though I'm back in Virginia. I still stay in contact, and I'm just so grateful that God placed them in my life and their families, because I was connected to so many people out there. And I'm just to tell you guys, like, stay the course, listen to God's voice, y'all. Do not make rash decisions, because it will come back to haunt you. So yeah, that was just my story time. I had a little extra time, and I wanted to show off my cute little sweater. It's hot though, so I'm about to go in this house. But yeah, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, guys. And if you have any questions about the things that I went through in MEPS, or if you have questions about the Air Force, I'll answer them the best that I can. Disclaimer, this has nothing, like, this is not connected to the Air Force at all. This is just my personal experience, my opinions, nothing to do with the Air Force itself. This is just me talking about my journey. So, alright guys, I'm out.
Told me you were looking for love. Once we got